we're now at the below the line tax deduction. So these are for people who, instead of taking the standard deduction, they will choose to itemize their own below the line expenses instead. And the big one that has been talked about for several months is the state and local tax deduction. So the state and local tax deduction is something that prior to the Trump administration and the Tax Cuts and Job Acts was unlimited. So if you lived in a state where you had state income tax, and in any state where you have a homeowner who's paying property taxes, those state and local taxes were something that you could use as a deduction on your federal tax return, right? So it's like, I already paid these taxes at the state or the city level. I don't also have to pay taxes at the federal level. Well, the Trump Tax Cut and Jobs Act limited the state and local tax deduction to $10,000. And, you're not don't have to be a genius to look at the map and figure out that it most penalized people in blue states, just so happens to be, right? But this is something that even Republicans in some of these blue or purple states who might be in a House where they won a Republican seat, but it's in an area that's relatively blue or purple, they've been pushing against this and saying, hey, our constituents don't like this, right? Like, I'm a Republican in New York and I have constituents who are paying $20,000 in state income taxes, and this is killing them because they can only claim up to $10,000 under the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. Now, on the campaign trail, Trump said that he was going to do away with that limitation. Matter of fact, he phrased it like he was going to come in and like save the day, and failed to mention that he was the one who instituted the cap in the first place. But this bill doesn't even do away with the cap. It does, however, greatly raise it. So it takes that SALT deduction from $10,000 cap up to $40,000, which would potentially allow a wider swath of people to use more of a deduction for what they paid in state income taxes. So that's the main below the line deduction that we'll cover.